The ADM, American Development Model, developed by USA Hockey, is a nationwide model for successfully developing American hockey players. A set of guidelines designed specifically to help kids reach their full potential. The ADM utilizes long-term athlete development principles, age-appropriate station formats, and small area games, combining not only fun, but laying the groundwork with numerous puck touches, one-on-one instruction, and repetitive skill development. Age-appropriate stages for development, the framework of the ADM.
We had an ADM style practice here today at the Excel Center, and we had a 6-station U8 practice set up where kids went through 6 stations, approximately 6 to 8 minutes long. And what we're trying to do out there is double the development time.
We're going to work on our skating, we're going to work on our edge control, and then I got a little game for you as well that's going to be kind of fun.
Traditional hockey practices, there have been studies done, and the activity time out there is 12 to 16 minutes. What we're trying to do with our ADM style practice is double that development time for our kids. Keep them involved in the play and keep them very active.
Sean is going to be in, and Josh is going to be in, and Tommy is going to be in. You have to give us a head start, though.
The success of the ADM stems from its practice format, station work, dividing the ice up into stations for specific skill development, one-on-one instruction, cross-ice games allowing kids to handle the puck and score, involving everyone in skill development while all the time having fun.
Being a former player and a coach now, and somebody that has run hockey schools in the past, I completely believe in the small area games or the stations in practice and developing skills. As a kid growing up, I developed all my skills out on the pond or the rink, and a lot of times you end up playing 10 versus 10. And you really have to develop your stick handling because you're going against 10 guys, and generally there's about 10 guys around the puck. So that's how you help develop your skills. Now, times are a little bit different. Not everyone's skating outdoors, but I think these stations and coaches getting drill specific so you can work on certain aspects of the game, I think only enhances the development of our young players. And then the last thing is also these small area games, whether it's cross ice, 3-on-3, or you turn the nets, and to me that's great development. I still think as a pro in coaching in the American League, you can develop great skills by practicing in the small areas because you have to make quick decisions, you have to have quick hands. So I think it helps in the development of just being a quicker player.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the idea of dividing up the ice and letting kids play cross-ice games and doing station-to-station type work. You know, we were lucky in Moorhead, we did that a lot growing up. You know, even in the summers at our camps, we would do a lot of that. And, you know, to be able to handle the puck in small spaces and, you know, in traffic, I think that's such an important skill to learn, and it's a good way to get more kids involved. And I remember even off the ice in my basement, we would do that. My dad would have myself and my 2 other brothers, we'd play small space games and stick handle the tennis ball in tight little spaces. And I think that's just such an important skill.
Good play, good play. Look, there we go.
In its simplest form, the ADM stands for Play, Love, Excel. The more the kids play it, the better chance they'll love it. And when you combine a passion for the game with increased puck time and skill development, the kids will start to excel at it. Play, love, excel. That's the ADM.
Well, it's definitely the way to go. I mean, my son's 10 years old and plays squirt hockey, and he's been introduced to some of these type of activities and the station type of activities where you're moving around from station to station, you're working on your stick handling, you're weaving through cones, you're doing circles, you're passing, you're shooting, you're doing all the different sport hockey specific skills you need to get better. But you know, when I compare that to when I was a child, we would line up 7 deep in the line, we would do a horseshoe drill, and 10 minutes later we might change the activity. So ice time's at a premium nowadays, as every parent knows, and to have your child get out there and get a lot of bang for the time you're on the ice is very important. And by moving around and doing different activities every practice, you can really become a better hockey player.
Important when you're passing, take the puck and roll it softly off your stick, point point your stick to where you want the target to hit.
The ADM isn't about simply developing better hockey players, it's about developing better athletes. The skills and abilities acquired by playing other sports, not to mention life lessons and friendships, is strongly encouraged, letting kids be kids.
Parenting is different, and everyone has their own choices to make as a parent. But I completely believe in multi-sport athletes, kids growing up. Obviously I had success in hockey, but I loved playing other sports. And I think you benefit greatly from playing other sports. I played tennis as a kid, and I know for a fact that it helped with my foot speed. You played baseball, hand-eye coordination, you swim, do other different activities. It only helps you out in the long run. In talking with our strength and conditioning coach, he said it best as kids, what do you want your kids to do as far as training? And his straight up answer was make them better athletes. And when you do that, they become more athletic, and I think they'll gain in the long run in playing hockey.
The key is we're going to bend our knees, we're going to make sure our stick, we follow our stick around the turn, okay, and we keep our head up.
Minnesota Hockey has been a huge supporter, and I'll also say that Minnesota Hockey is on the cutting edge and one of the leaders, if not the leader, within youth development. And they've done a great job as far as developing their players, but we can get better.
Designed to provide a brighter future for our young athletes through proper training and skill development. The American Development Model.
Did you guys have fun today?
Yeah!